Again?
Again?
There are some people that I see over and over and over and over. Miss Cambrick, since 1999. Deadly conduct, 99. Failure to stop and render aid, 2002. Failure to identify as a fugitive from justice. Now let's get into 2000s. 2004, theft. 2004, theft. 2005, felony theft. 2005, theft. 2005, theft. 2006, theft from a person, felony theft from a person. Possession of a controlled substance, 2007, possession of a controlled substance, 2007, and 2008, theft. 2009, possession of a controlled substance, 2010, possession of a controlled substance, possession of a controlled substance, possession of a controlled substance. 2012, theft, assault, theft. 16, 17, 18. Now, 2019, theft. 2020, theft. 2021, theft. 2021, theft. 2021, criminal trespass. 2021, theft. 2022, theft. 2022, criminal trespass. 2022, theft. 22, theft. 22, theft. 24.
Hold up, did you catch that? That's over 2 decades of nonstop charges. At this point, it almost sounds like a criminal resume. But here's the big question for you. Do you think the system failed her, or is she just refusing to change? Let me know in the comments.
We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Yes, Judge. On August 29th, 2024, officers responded to a theft of business at a Walmart in Harris County, Texas. Officers made contact with complainant, the loss prevention associate, who stated on August 28th, he contacted officers about a shoplifting, but no officer responded to take the report at that time. The complainant showed the officer the surveillance video, and the officer observed the defendant select a blue tote, walk towards the automotive section, look around to see if anyone was observing her actions, and select multiple Benzol motor oil quarts off the shelf and conceal them in the tote. The defendant was then observed walking towards the health and beauty section and exiting through an emergency fire door without attempt to pay for the tote or the concealed oil.
How much the value?
Let me check the OR, Your Honor. It's not in the DIMS.
And I'm guessing because they know it's going to be reduced to a misdemeanor, they just now file it as misdemeanors, Michael, instead of a felony?
I'm sorry, what's the question, Judge?
Do they hence assume intake that it's going to be reduced to a misdemeanor as to why they filed it as a misdemeanor?
You know what, Judge? This has been happening a lot, and I'm not sure why. I think, honestly, a lot of it is negligence into not looking at what their criminal history is before they file the charge. Quite honestly, because I see it a lot, and I don't think there's any policy for it.
And Your Honor, total is $98.
Think about this. Nearly 30 theft arrests, and yet today we're in court over less than $100 worth of oil. Does this show compassion from the justice system, or proof that repeat offenders slip through the cracks until it snowballs out of control?
That you have a prior contact within a theft case. Do you understand? And if I find that you have any contact with any of these stores, I'm going to make your bond so high your teeth are going to fall out. Do you understand?
Sir.
Catch and release days are over. No more catch and release. We are going to get to the bottom of why this continues to happen. And if that means some kind of treatment facility with a dual diagnosis residential program, then hey, but now you're working what? 30 thefts? Stops today. First things first, I'm sending you for a drug test. You must come right back. And if you fail to come back, if you fail to take the drug test, your bond will hit the skyline. You understand? We need to do a deep dive, Alex, into every single store that theft, that all those thefts come from. And just, I mean,
Foster?
I know, if we can just forbid from going to any and all retail stores in Harris County, I mean, just.
Yes, Judge, if you would like, we can create a list.
Yeah, I'd like to do a dive into every single theft she's done and.
Right here, ma'am.
Yes, Judge.
Oh, I was in the dirty box store. Going right that way. Go have a seat over there.
Page 7, Foster.
You're Tristan Foster.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Foster, you're charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On October 1st, 2024, officers conducted a traffic stop for a vehicle with no front license plate in Harris County, Texas. The officers made contact with the defendant, the driver of the vehicle, and observed an odor of marijuana. A search was conducted and officers observed a black plastic bag under the front passenger seat containing marijuana and drug paraphernalia, such as a weight scale, a bong pipe, and multiple small bags. The officers also found marijuana grinder in the trunk of the vehicle. Marijuana was identified based on training experience and had a weight of 65.9 grams.
Mr. Foster, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Do you have a valid Texas driver license?
Upon the traffic stop, I found out that it was suspended.
I want to impart something to you that I am making it a bond condition for you now that you're not to drive any vehicle for any reason. I don't care what your reason is. If I find that you drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. I don't care if there's a burning building or Mother Teresa needs to go to church. You get into a car and drive, there's going to be HE double hockey sticks to pay. Do you understand? What do you do for a living, Mr. Foster?
Sir,
What do you do for a living?
I do for a living, landscaping.
We're going to reset your case, give you time to hire a lawyer. So I'm going to have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. After that,
Can I file out for an attorney from the state?
why?
So I don't have money for a lawyer.
How do you know? How do you know?
Well, it's not my first time, dealing with lawyers, and I just don't have that kind of money right now.
2018, unlawful carrying of a weapon. 2019, criminal mischief. 2018, assault of a family member. 2019, assault of a family member. 2021, criminal trespass. 2022, unlawful carrying of a weapon. 22, felony possession of marijuana. And now you've gotten another possession of marijuana. In all of those cases, how many times have you gotten a court-appointed lawyer?
So,
Yeah, right.
Mm.
I want you now to go looking, and I want you to get a full-time job. And I am now making that a condition of your bond as well. The days of you sitting at Xbox, playing Xbox all day, smoking dope all day, doing nothing are over. I am making it a condition of your bond that you get a full. You've got that smirk on you, and I'm going to tell you now, it's not going to go well if you try to play with me. Do you understand?
I don't need to go spend my money when I'm taking care of my family to get a lawyer on a case that, you know what I mean?
No. I want you to go start looking for lawyers.
Okay.
And I want you to start Googling Harris County lawyers. There's a gajillion and one of them. Mr.
Yeah,
Foster,
they calling my line. They sending paper through the mail. Y'all know.
okay, start calling those and finding one you can afford.
Okay.
You pick up a new case, you start driving. I'm telling you now, I'm going to revoke your bond and I'll make it sky high. Do you understand?
I understand.
You know, I'll tell you this though, Mr. Foster, you look like you have a lot of arrogance to you. If you put that arrogance into working really hard, holy moly, you could command the entire world. I know people who started as a freaking dishwasher at Chick-fil-A and they worked their ass off, now owns two of them, making 400 gur a year. That's hundreds of thousands every month that he's raking in because he put his chutzpah into working and his heart into working his ass off. And now, dude, he's killing it. And people thought he was a joke working at Chick-fil-A. And dude's just, he's the American dream. That's what it's about. Not this, not what you're trying to sell. Don't put your heart.
Okay, pause. That judge just gave a full-on motivational speech in the middle of court. From Chick-fil-A dishwasher to millionaire? Wild, right? But let's be real. Do tough love speeches actually change defendants' lives? Or do they tune it out the second they walk out?
For what? No, we're good.
All right, Jeff. Page 11. Joel, Jonathan?
Yes.
Okay, right up there.
No, just kidding. Just, the affidavit's fine with me. Vic, who's this?
This is page 11.
Good morning, Mr. Joyal. Sir, you're charged with evading arrest or detention. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Yes, Judge. On September 30th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a weapons disturbance call in Harris County, Texas. The caller advised that he observed a group of juveniles with a handgun after walking into a Texaco gas station. The caller asked the defendant if he had a gun, to which the defendant stated yes, and that he had it for protection. The officer observed the group walking away from the gas station and activated his lights and sirens. The defendant began to evade upon seeing the officer. The officer had prior interactions with the defendant and knew him by sight and name. The officer later was able to locate the defendant at his residence.
So you said that he goes into a gas at Texaco.
So, Your Honor, the complainant was walking into Texaco and observed the defendant with another group of juveniles outside the gas station with a handgun. And then
Okay, so who has the handgun?
the handgun is with the defendant. And the defendant,
He has a handgun?
yes, the defendant said he had that for his protection.
Read it again.
Yes, Your Honor.
I must be confused. Read, please.
Yes, Your Honor. The officer was dispatched to a weapons disturbance call in Harris County, Texas. The caller advised that he observed a group of juveniles with a handgun after the complainant walked into a Texaco gas station.
So this is an unknown caller.
Yes, it is the caller.
saying, hey, I saw a gun here.
I saw a gun with a group of juveniles. And the caller asked the defendant if the defendant had a gun, to which the defendant stated yes, that he had it for protection. And then the officer observed the group of juveniles walking away from the gas station and activated his lights and sirens. And the
That's when
defendant.
they all like
That's when they,
scam.
yes, Your Honor.
You were on bond for 3 felony cases. I have to imagine that one of the conditions that you're on bond for is no weapons. And now you've picked up another case.
So,
Stop, don't say me. Mr. Joyal, I'm gonna find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. What time of day or night was this?
Your Honor, let me check the offense report. appears to be at, I apologize, I don't know military time, but 13:26 hours.
It's 1 in the afternoon.
1 in the afternoon, Your Honor.
So he's got the 3 felony cases upstairs. They're all no weapons as well. You need to understand that by picking up this case, it's very possible that they revoke your felony bonds and raise them. And if that happens, 3 felony warrants are going to issue for you. So you need to get with your lawyer extremely quick. No, don't. But I am ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of weapons. And I'm also ordering you not to use or consume any alcohol or dope. And I'm going to drug test you today because I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. You're to come right back and then we'll talk about your lawyer situation. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm going to have you take a seat over there. We'll send you for a drug test. You must come right back. Okay. How old are you?
I'm 18.
18. Who do you live with?
I have my own apartment.
How? I could barely walk when I was 18. Tell me about yourself. What do you do?
I just graduated college. I only have my associate's degree. I was going to Blinn College.
Wow, that's amazing. Great job.
Thank you. I got my first apartment in June, and I live on Belfair Pines, Kane Street. And I work from home from there.
So you do have an income.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. You're aware of Mr. Waters.
Yes, sir.
Are you guys together?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been together?
For like 3 years.
3 years. Okay, so you know him well.
Yes,
Okay. My only concern is that he's picked up quite a number of charges. So I just want you to be careful.
yes.
Are you okay if he stays with you? Okay. That was my concern. And I was telling Jillian here, my concern is that he's got a lot of history and a lot of just nonsense. And I don't want him to pick up any more cases. So before we let him out, I want to know that he's got a stable home that he's going to go to. I'm going to put conditions on him so he's not out in the middle of the night, right? I don't want him to go to any of these other stores that he's ever been to for any of these thefts. And no dope, no alcohol. And that's it. Stay out of trouble. Do you mind bringing Mr. Waters in? Thank you so much for coming. You're doing great. Just keep it up.
Yeah.
Really.
Bye.
Sorry.
Bye. Him.
Okay. Wonderful. It's a lot of work and it gets stressful. So be careful. If you take care of that baby well, that baby will take care of you. You got to be careful with who are you around, what they're doing, because if there are other people that are smoking marijuana, it could affect that baby. And the problem is that baby is constantly growing and it needs love, it needs attention, it needs prenatal vitamins. Because if you don't take care of that baby well, you will or could have, the baby will have developmental issues. And then you're a lifelong babysitter and we don't want that. So if you take care of the baby well,
Yes, sir.
one day they'll take care of it.
Okay.
Do you think there's anything else that we need to address?
No, Your Honor. I don't think so. Are we waiting for Mr. Waters to come out? What sure if you were, did you say
Bringing them out.
you bringing him out? Okay, that's
I
what-
want to admonish him that,
Okay.
you know, especially with a baby on the way, he's got to be careful. No dope. Like, I'm going to test him like crazy. Anna, you saw the DVR?
I saw that you want to talk to someone, but I haven't seen the actual video.
Okay, I'll print it out for you now.
Okay.
Okay, that's for you. So you okay with Friday then?
Just to be clear, yesterday I asked that his bond be reinstated. I'm not sure what your decision is today for Josh Services to clarify. Reinstate.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Waters, how's jail? Good. You know, Mr. Waters, I want you to understand that we mean business. The days of catch and release, they're over. We're not going to play this game. And I'm not going to allow you to taint anyone else near you with your 15 theft cases that you have or 20 or 32. No. If you want me to let you out, you will have strict supervision, meaning no dope, no alcohol, and I'm going to test you like crazy. No going out in the middle of the night, no going to any of the places where you have your prior theft cases from. And most importantly, you need to get a job. There is a career fair, and we're going to give you a flyer, and I want you to meet me there because we're going to try to get you a job. Do you understand? That's the rub. And you smoke dope, it's over. No marijuana. And I'm going to test you 40 days or whatever from the last time. Has he tested? Do you know?
I'm not sure, Judge.
Rachel, has Mr. Waters tested before?
I think he did.
And do you have any more children, Mr. Waters?
No, sir.
Okay, look, you have a baby on the way. You need to treat that baby well, because if you don't, you are begging for a lifelong problem with a kid that will have developmental issues. And then you have a kid like that, you are a literal babysitter for the rest of your life, taking care of a baby that can't do things on their own. Don't smoke any weed next to the baby. Don't do, because anything you do can potentially affect the baby. So you need to be careful what you're doing. You need to support her because, you know, she's going through changes. She's going to have a ton of hormones. The hormones are going to make her upset. They're going to make her feet swell. She's going to be cranky. She might have back issues. You need to be there to support her, because if you're there to support her, show love, respect, it will make the baby feel it as well. Anything you do could potentially impact that baby. You need to consider that when you're out there. If you're stressed out because you got no money or something, just think of the baby. Any test, prior test? Okay. You will be drug tested 40 days from today. If you drug test and you test positive for marijuana, that tells me that you continue to smoke. And there's only one place you're going to go. You're now working your third case. Jillian is asking me to reinstate your bond.
Okay.
I very, very reluctantly, meaning that I'm scared to do so, but I'm going to today to give you the benefit of the doubt. But it's not going to happen again. If you go to jail, it's because you didn't listen, you picked up a new case, or you're doing something you shouldn't do. And I don't care if Jillian has 15 of your family members here begging and pleading. It's not going to happen again. Do you understand? No marijuana, no alcohol, no going out in the middle of the night and get a job. All I'm asking you to do is be a normal person. That's it. Give me questions. I'm giving you an ankle monitor so I know where you are at all times. You can, but I'm not letting you out in the middle of the night. I'm giving you a curfew. So Jillian, we can talk about, maybe 9, 10 o'clock, something like that. She's welcoming you to her house. It's not your house. So if she tells you something to do, you look at me. If she tells you something to do, it is her house. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Because when you burn a bridge, you never know when you might need to cross that bridge. And if you don't have her taking you in, you're on the street. And if you're on the street, you're with me. So be nice. Okay, I'll reinstate it. But he needs a GPS prior to release for the curfew of either 9 to 10, whatever it is. And then I'm giving him 2 weeks to either get a job and bring proof. If he doesn't, then he's to meet me at the job fair at the Fresh Start, and we're going to find him a job there.
Yes, sir.
And then I'll be there and he'll meet me there.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay?
So then we have no drug, alcohol, a 40-day drug test, No contact with any of the,
With any of that, so, right.
Your Honor, with the exception of 3, they're all at Target. All the steps are at Target with the exception of the most recent one, and then there's a Forever 21 and a Walmart.
Okay, so no going to any Walmarts, Targets, Forever 21,
And AM, FM, the convenience store.
and that.
you say A
And then,
Oh, A&P.
Yeah, AM, PM. My apologies, yes.
sir, you're charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Looks like your case is extremely old. It's 714 days old, sir. They've given you multiple PR bonds. I guess we should be happy that you made it to court. Okay. Please.
Mr. Judge, on October 25th of 2022, HPD officers conducted a trespass investigation at the Icon gas station located at 7997 West Airport Boulevard in Harris County, Texas. Officers advised that the location has an active trespass affidavit in effect. Officers advised that they observed the defendant standing on the property next to a posted no trespass sign. Officers advised that they also made contact with the complainant, an employee of the gas station, who advised the defendant was trespassing at the location.
Had he been previously warned not to be there? Or was it just a no trespassing sign and he just goes there for the first time? Sure, take your time.
So Judge, it's the defendant and multiple other males. There's a active trespass affidavit on file. They approach this defendant. They find marijuana on him after they detain him. They ask him multiple times if he would be willing to participate in the marijuana diversion program. He refused several times. But I don't see anything.
No priors?
I don't see anything about the complainant.
So look, when you show up to court, good things happen. I'm going to find no probable cause in your case now. But I want you to understand, you are now on notice. You can't go back to this gas station. Stop.
Hey, that's what
You can't go there anymore. If you go there again, they're going to arrest you for criminal trespass. I'm finding no probable cause now because I don't see that the prior warning was issued. But I am issuing the warning to you now. If you go back there today, tomorrow, next week, next year, they're going to arrest you for trespass.
Trespassing just get caught. Just get caught, he can probably trespass and.
Mr. Lucy, listen, it's not a discussion. They have the right to tell you they don't want you there and they don't want you there. Find another place to go to. Now I'm going to find no probable cause. You're free to go. Okay?
And I'm following dismissal now, Judge.
All right, man. Take care.
All right, so I'm good.
And show up to court. Show up to court. Morning, Mr. Campbell. How's jail?
Very good.
Good. That makes me happy. You know, what I find at least, the worse of an experience you have, the higher likelihood you have of actually, when you get out into the free world, of thinking about consequence, because that's what we want everybody to do. Think before you act, think before you speak, because you never know when it's your last time. All I know now is that you're wanted out of another state. You're wanted out of the state of Arizona, specifically Maricopa County, for manslaughter, 2 counts of aggravated assault and endangerment. Day,
Yes, Judge.
tell me about Mr.
That's all I have so far. I do show a Georgia State ID, which I didn't see at first, but I don't see any history. Originally, I believe this is only offense, but because of the severity of the offense And with the warrant stating that while there is a $150,000 bond, is that they're requesting no bond until he's in front of a magistrate within their state. And so because of the severity of the offense, and the risk of flight is that state requests no bond for this defendant.
Is this a to be?
This is to be judge. It was issued out on September 25th, 2024.
Okay. And the bond over there is at 150,000.
150, but they will not permit it to be honored until he goes in front of a magistrate within their court.
Okay. Do you know what the manslaughter is about?
No, I don't have the probable cause affidavit, but if you're looking for specifics, I can request it from the DA's office, but I don't have it at this time. I just know that the charges are valid.
Do you have anything that you'd like to add?
Yes, Judge. Mr. Campbell actually hired an attorney, is known about the investigation, so this was not an instance where he's trying to run. The attorney told him they could take a family vacation, so he was arrested at a connecting flight in Houston with his wife and 3 children. So he wasn't trying to run, he was going on a family vacation. His attorney there told him.
We're on the way to the
family, he doesn't live in Houston.
Be going.
So essentially, he gets arrested in the connecting flight process. He's not from Houston. He is ready, willing, and able to go back to Arizona. He's got his attorney set up there. If he gets out, it's not like he's legitimately gonna stay at a hotel and then the next day get on like a bus, because we talked about the flight problem. And he has a vested interest going back. He's 41 years old. I think he has a license case from like 15 years ago, nothing else. Wife, 3 kids in Arizona. He's got 2 prior children in Georgia, but he has like a family life and a business in Arizona, lives there. So he absolutely wants to get back to Arizona. And with that in mind, we would be requesting a bond here so that he can just go back and turn himself in.
You know, Mr. Campbell, I really value my city, and I want to protect everybody I can for as long as I can, because the last thing I want is more death, more destruction. And you're wanted for something where there's a dead body.
Oh, sorry, Judge. It just pulled up just now. So Trey is correct. There was a suspended license, but he also had a prior hit and run and failure to stop and return to scene, which seems aligned with the manslaughter and 2 accidents with the vehicle and the
Is that
driver.
with this case or another
No,
case?
sorry, Judge. This is back in Georgia. So after the license suspension, there are 2 cycles, hit and run, failure to return to scene. There's also a DWI back in 2014.
Wow. Continues to happen.
I don't know what happened to that one though. It just,
You want me to set you a bond? Silly?
I had to run the state ID. It wouldn't pop up on the other side.
Yes, absolutely.
Sir, those cases were like thrown out. I didn't, whatever he has there, the DWI, I never had a DUI. With the hit and run business, that wasn't it.
How do I know that? Am I supposed to take your word for it?
For that thing, my car was stolen, sir, and then they assumed that, just like how here they're assuming that I'm trying to run from.
No. No one's assuming that you're running. No one's assuming that you're running. All we know is that you are wanted out of Arizona, where there's 2 aggravated assaults and there's a manslaughter, so there's a dead body, right? And you also have priors out of another state where there's alleged DWIs and you running from the scene. So my problem is that I have no idea what the circumstances of the manslaughter are. How do I know you didn't shoot someone? How do I know you didn't run someone over in a car at a parade? And so it would be really just dangerous for me to really give you a bond and just let you go when I don't know how dangerous you are. You know what I mean? That's just, it's logic. As much as I'd like to get you back to Arizona as quick as possible, Mr. Campbell, you scare me. How soon can we get Arizona to come pick him up?
I don't know, Your Honor. I mean, well, for him, because he originally waived the magistrate, I know they've already.
He's waived.
Yes, I believe he waived 2 days ago when he went to.
Great.
Yes, so I believe the notice was already sent out.
Typically, the way it works is once you waive, we give that jurisdiction 2 weeks to come get you. Now, sometimes there are circumstances that they might want an extension for a day or two at the max 3. But by and large, they're pretty good at getting that jurisdiction to come get you within the next 2 weeks. And then we give you a free ride back to Arizona where you can answer to those charges. Now, like he said, they're willing to set you a bond. Now, it's going to be a high bond, but you got to get there first. And me, I just don't feel comfortable giving you a bond. I don't know you. I know you're telling me it's little bunnies jumping in the woods, but I really just don't know you. All I know is that there's a trail of destruction, and I don't want any more. That's it. Do you understand? Okay. So, I'm sorry, Shreya. I can't.
No worries, I just want to make sure there's nothing else you want the judge to know about bond before we discuss issues.
Now, if you're able to post bond, if you're able to get your family to post a bond in Arizona, then they can release this hold and then we'll let you out. But I don't know if that's going to happen, right? Arizona wants you there before they're going to set you bond, is what they've said. So, but you never know until you try. The worst they can say is no. You have a lawyer, perhaps he can go get you a bond there. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.